welcome to episode 43 of Checkpoint Chat. My name is Alessandro Barbosa. I'm joined by Matty Figuera in running garb.
Running garb.
When was the last time you ran, aside from today, obviously?
Earlier this week. It's been a great time. Yeah.
Jeez.
The real question is, when last did I do park run? That was a long time ago, basically.
But you did park run this morning.
I did. It was grand. But when last did you do park run? How many years ago has it been?
Jeez. Years.
Actual years.
Months. I think
Actual months.
I don't know. I haven't run in a very long time. The last time I remember running was Soweto Marathon in November.
That was so long ago now.
I know,
We're like in March,
4 months
basically.
ago. I was traumatized from it.
Did you do the 21, hey?
Yeah.
You didn't train for it?
I had hardly any training, yeah. I died.
That's a rookie mistake. And it's funny because I think you picked up an injury, what was it, the F&B run the year before, and you're like, this time I'm going to train properly. And what happened?
I had a decent time, and I'm surprised I finished, put it that way. Like,
it's a hard run.
I really thought I was being stupid, but yeah.
It's fine. Lenska did it too with like basically any training. I don't know. You guys, you're crazy.
She beat me though. She did really, really well.
Because she's just competitive. She probably saw like, shit,
she just
he's
goes.
catching up.
She
I better just run.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been running because, the podcasts mean we don't do park run much. And I was so tired this morning and all the rain last night. I was
even when we do start later, so we started later today, which gave me the opportunity to park run. Come in, ready to record. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? My mic just giving issues. I don't understand.
We don't know what you're going to sound like until we're done with this recording.
Yeah,
so
just now it's just like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Just now we play it back. It's like, just like.
It's like, I haven't park run for 3 years. What happened to your voice? I don't know. If you guys are listening and it sounds a bit weird, we apologize. We're having some weird mic issue and we don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's working for now and I'm just trying to touch it as little as possible.
We're just watching these sound bars go up and down, trying to make sure.
Very eagerly watching something like not work. So.
I haven't seen bars that high since I last kissed the mic.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
Oh, scandalous.
It's amazing because you're like pretty far from your mic and it's still
I've
picking
learned.
up pretty well.
Do you know why? Because I've learned from streaming. I also was so worried, like I better like have the mic in my mouth so everyone can hear me. But I've set it up in a way that I could sit back comfortably and just speak at a volume that. Pretty audible.
So you've got the volume.
I think
down.
so.
Okay.
I've watched bits and pieces of my streams, and I think I sound okay.
Yeah.
So it could probably be better if I had like an audio engineer come give me a proper assessment, but it works.
Treat your room.
It's like, we need to put some bubble wrap everywhere.
Yeah, just put it in the corners so it doesn't bounce everywhere. Man, that shit is technical.
Wrap your cats so the sound but doesn't bounce off them when they're marching around.
Yeah,
you know?
You've got your monitor up against a wall, right?
Yeah, it's like, I suppose like your monitor. It's a small distance away from the wall.
So ideally you would put like soundproofing on the wall so when you're talking to the wall it doesn't bounce back.
I'm talking to windows. Should I just open the windows and let my sound escape?
You can put soundproofing on the windows as well. That would stop, light coming in and spiders coming in.
I was actually thinking about it the other day. No, I don't mean to jinx myself.
Ooh.
We haven't seen a rain spider all summer. And
really?
That's strange. Legit. You follow me on Instagram. My Instagram stories have featured at least one rain spider every 3 days. Or they used to.
It was terrifying at a point. I was scared for your life.
You're like, I've never seen. Every time we're done with the podcast, like, bye, Matty. I hope I see him next week.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't die.
You might die.
Yeah, no, they were terrifying.
I don't know if it's a result of us moving the cats into the cottage. Would that be a thing?
Could be.
Are spiders terrified of cats? Is my question.
I don't think they're terrified of cats, but I'm sure the cats are catching some spiders here and there.
I worry that one day one of my cats is going to bring a spider as a gift. You know how they bring like a dead...
Oh, like when they bring
like rat or something. They're like, here you go, human. We know you can't fend. That's apparently a sign of... They feel bad for you. They're like, you can't fend for yourself. Here's food. Okay?
They're like, we've seen you eating and you should probably eat a lot more food.
Now imagine one of my cats is like, hey fam, I got you this rain spider. You looked a bit hungry. Drops it on my face. And then what?
Or does the thing like, I know my cats used to do, they used to bring like the liver or the heart or whatever, just the heart of a rat. So imagine they just bring like the head of a spider or like 2 legs and just plop them by you, or like what's the back, the thorax? I don't know.
Thorax.
I
did biology. I was going to say we didn't do biology.
Was it thorax, abdomen?
I think it's the thorax.
The thing that spin the web.
Or as I like to call it, the backside.
The backside, the butt of the spider.
gooey bit, yeah.
The gooey bit?
Yeah.
Do you think it's gooey?
I don't know. Have you ever touched a spider?
No, why would I do that?
I don't know. People are brave, man.
I've had spiders touch me against my will.
No consent.
Yeah, no consent spiders.
Like,
very rude.
Sup.
Very rude.
Touch you on the nostril. Like,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
touch me on the nostril. Man, I used to get traumatized over that figure, though. I don't know how true it is that you swallow like 10 spiders in your lifetime during sleep.
Yeah, I think I don't know how true that is.
I don't want that noise. I don't want spiders fucking in my mouth.
I don't need spider protein.
Yeah.
I eat Future Life.
Yeah, Future Life. Less 8 legs. Also delicious.
More protein. This episode's brought to you by Fish Flakes.
Oh my god, fish flakes again?
Again, yeah,
Colourful.
yeah.
Do you think fish flakes are made out of spiders for fish? Like they grind up the spiders like you grind up Pokemon.
Maybe
Go?
the exoskeletons.
Fish flakes are grind up Pokemon from Pokemon Go.
Well, that's
what you used to feed your
wild fish flakes. Feed your Magikarp. We'll tell you more about them later. That's how sponsors work. Now that we've teased them out at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, I mean the whole idea is to pretend you have sponsors and then you get sponsors.
My favorite kind of sponsors on the podcast I listen to are those ones where, and I say favorite sarcastically, obviously, are those ones where it's like, hey, Phil, man, I've been having some real backache lately.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, really, Todd? Oh, man, that sucks. But don't worry, have you heard about Back Relief 5000? Like, no, man, wow, tell me more. It's like, guys, come on. That's so badly scripted.
I heard one similar to that, but it wasn't for like backache or anything. It was for like Ben and Jerry's ice cream. And they were describing flavors in the most like verbose and colorful ways. I was like, there's no ice cream on earth that makes you feel this.
Whereas our sponsor, Fish Flakes, comes from the heart because they don't exist. So you must know a lot of time and effort's gone into this.
Exactly.
Sure, this is
got to Google them. If you just Google Fish Flakes,
I legit Googled Fish Flakes this week. They do not exist.
That sucks.
Someone's ringing.
Dun, 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 dun,
What
dun,
ringtone is that even? Is that Apple?
Yeah, it's just the standard Apple. What is up with my throat today?
I've been having that too. Remember, I was dying last week. I've had throat problems the whole week where I'm busy talking and then that happens. All of a sudden I'm like,
it's just like you get something, and people have been sick at work all week. I don't understand. You're sick, stay at home. Did you stay at home? I hate you.
I didn't.
How dare you?
Funny thing is that flu did go around the office, but I wasn't patient zero in my defense.
Yeah, but you propagated it.
It was funny though, because it was like, hey, are you sick? Blame Fig. He was sick. And I'm like, no, but I got my sickness from Gareth. He's patient zero. And he's like, I'm not patient zero. And he points out someone else in the office. He's like, it was Ashley. She was patient zero.
It was
then
John
Ashley's
Michael,
like,
wasn't it?
What? It wasn't me. And like, it's just this chain reaction of people going, ah.
It's like broken telephone, but for the flu.
I know. John Michael hasn't been sick yet, though. Maybe he's...
See, that's suspicious, eh?
He's patient zero.
He's patient zero, but he's not sick.
Yeah.
He's like Wesker in Resident Evil. He's just spreading the virus.
I've been wondering why he's been wearing sunglasses at the office.
That's creepy. This is Checkpoint Chat.
Wow.
Wow.
Episode 43.
Episode 43. We talk about games.
Bearing down in that episode 50.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Getting there. I'm going to reach 50 podcasts before 50 parkruns.
I know. And we thought you would match that number today, but
wow.
No.
Unreal.
No.
Yeah. It's been a weird few weeks in games. Lots of stuff coming out. Lots of stuff not that great coming out.
Lots of sad news.
Yeah, lots of sad news, layoffs and stuff. I think last week I spoke about Crackdown, so I don't need to speak about that again.
Ixnay and the Crackdown.
Yeah. What have you've got some good news? So let's start with that.
My good news is that
you're getting married.
I'm getting married. Yay! Spoiler. This is not a game. This is real life. There's no save state. It's a once-off decision.
Yeah.
No, but I finished Bloodborne this week.
Hot damn. That's a close second to getting married.
Oh my God, Bloodborne. What a game, man. Just, like, can I tell you, I finished it on Thursday, and all I've wanted to do, because I'll get back to with the ending I got and everything, but when you finish the game, it kicks you straight into New Game Plus. Doesn't say anything. It's like, back beginning of the game. You're at the beginning. You've got all your loot, whatever. Play the game again. I was like,
do it.
I'm tempted because I love Bloodborne. Okay, I really want to dive back in and play it again with the DLC. But I know how I am where I'll get fatigued. So I'm stepping back. But just what a game, man. I've just been thinking about it nonstop, thinking, what am I going to play? How am I going to play next time? What weapon am I going to have as my main and my secondary? What order will I do it in? Because it is like, to a degree, like besides the beginning, you could choose where you want to go, where you want to focus on first, that sort of thing, do side areas. I've got DLC to look forward to.
Hot damn, yeah.
But I've legit been thinking, shit, I just want to start again. And not even speedrun, just like, I know the game a lot better, and I said, it won't take as long to finish. I might play through.
You say this.
I say this. But I won't do New Game Plus. I'll start from scratch again.
Oh, okay, yeah, because New Game Plus gets hardcore. Like,
no, I think I'll start from scratch. Because, like, I have nothing against New Game Plus, but I quite like the whole thing of, rebuilding my character, getting items, managing my blood echoes differently. Because, let's be honest, in my first playthrough, I spent a lot of time grinding to buy healing because I used a lot of healing
and by
dying
pebbles,
to the boss.
I saw.
And pebbles, yeah, man. 27 pebbles. What a purchase, bargain. Hey? 10 blood echoes a piece.
Yeah.
At one point in the game, I tried to pick up pebbles like your inventory is full. I was like, damn it. Shouldn't have bought those 27 pebbles.
And did you use them?
Once, awkwardly. No, I lie. I used it a couple of times, but a pebble's a weird item, man.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's zombie birds.
It's zombie birds. Or you could just shoot people.
Yeah.
Far more effective,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So what did you think of I feel like the game changes a lot once you defeat Rom and the Blood Moon comes up. It gets weirder.
Yeah, things have more eyes on them.
Yeah.
Creatures are very grotesque and deformed. I've spent a lot of time since finishing the game just reading.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Oh my god! The thing is,
the theories.
I had a vague understanding of what was going on in the game, but it's one of those games where you have to stop and read every item description and really pay attention to the world around you if you want to piece together what you believe is a story. There's nothing set in stone to a degree.
Yeah. It's a lot of interpretation.
Yeah,
and stuff,
but I went and read up a lot of stuff after, and I'm like, oh my god, this game has so much stuff. Layer upon layer, and also theories like what happened with this person, and a whole lot. And I've just been reading them. I'm just dying to go back and play it. I'm like, no, I must resist. I'll pick it up in a little bit. But what ending did you get first? Without spoiling, don't tell me what happened.
I did get the true ending.
Did you look up how to get? Okay,
yeah, because I did the DLC, and I was like, I want to do the true ending because I don't know if
You're
I'll
not
come
gonna
back to
replay
this.
it, okay.
Yeah. So I looked it up and did the stuff. And then because I had done the DLC, my character was way too strong.
Yeah.
It made the last few fights trivial.
Yeah.
But I did the true ending and it's weird. Super weird. What did you do?
So, so spoilers for those who haven't played Bloodborne. This is where you turn your volume down for a minute.
Cast,
yeah, I mean, the game's been out 3 years. Yeah. Well, going on 4 years now.
Yeah, 2015, 14.
So right at the end, you go back to the dream and you have to go talk to Gurman. And he says,
wheelchair man.
Yeah, wheelchair man. He's like, I can end your life and you'll wake up from this nightmare, blah, blah, blah. And you can accept or refuse. Okay. So he gave me the option and I was like, it screams like this is the end of the game. Like this is the last choice you should do. So I was like, no, just before I do this, let me make sure I've done everything. Yeah. So I went to the last area where the last boss you fight before him is Margot's wet nurse, at the top of one of the towers.
The baby one. Yes. Okay. I was struggling to remember her name.
So I fought that boss, and then I just went to the lantern and went back to the dream. And shit was happening, the building was on fire. I was like, okay, something's not right here. But before I carry on here, let me make sure I can't progress further in the actual world. Yeah. Go there, it's a dead end. I'm like, cool, this is definitely the end game. So I go to Gurman, and then it's like, accept or refuse. I was like, accept.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So he just stabs you, doesn't he?
I need to go watch the replay, my Twitch video, because I was being very cocky and sarcastic, okay, he's killing me now. The credits are gonna roll, and then someone in chat is like, "It's funny because he thinks that it's a joke,
it's done." Yeah.
And then the credits rolled. I was like, "What?"
That was it. It was he just killed you.
It is I'm thrilled that I finished Bloodborne, but it is so anticlimactic because I'm like, "Where's this big final boss that I'm gonna fight?" And it's like,
nope.
No. If you refuse, then you fight a boss.
Yeah.
I was like, it's okay. I can just load in. Everyone's like, no, you have to play the game from scratch now. I was like, oh my god. But I think I've been thinking about it. I do want to play the game.
I mean, didn't you make a save just before then?
No, it auto saves. It's yeah.
There's a way to manual save, I think.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was like it happened. The credits roll.
So you never fought him.
No.
Fuck! You got like one of the least.
I know. So it was very anticlimactic, and I know that you do fight him.
Yeah, you do. If you refuse, you fight him.
It was funny because when I refused, he was in his wheelchair and he stood up, and I was like, "What the hell? You've been in your wheelchair this whole time. How do you just stand up and then like kill me? Like, what is this rubbish?" Although when I say kill me, you wake up in the real world. People have told me, like all these Bloodborne veterans, saying actually in hindsight, or in the grand scheme, you got the happiest ending.
It is, yes.
So I don't know. Don't spoil. I don't know what happens.
No. Weird shit happens. The other endings, weird shit. Especially the true ending is fucking bizarre. I had to read so much to be like what the hell just happened? Like, yeah.
Well, I know that to get the true ending, you have to collect 3 umbilical cords, which I'm like, okay, that's weird. I didn't even want to know. I still need to try to understand. Like when I say I've read up extensively, I mean I've like speed read through some wikis and I have a vague idea of the story, but I don't know the deeper meanings of like all the churches and what the main like narrative plot was. Like besides that, you're just a hunter going through trying to escape the dream, whatever you want to call it.
Is it a dream though?
Is it a dream? But what a game! If you guys haven't played Bloodborne,
so good.
It is tough as nails. I mean, I died 163 times in my first playthrough.
It's actually not too bad. I think I died way more than that.
So I'll do a counter next time I play. I think I'll get far because I had some stupid deaths. Like I've spoken about this plenty now, where just when you think like, yeah, I understand this game, you get cocky, you just get hit like once or twice, you die, and it's like, okay, maybe I don't.
You need to play. Well, if you're playing through it again, you need to do the DLC. The DLC is so good.
Yeah,
it's
I've heard.
Unbelievable. And then hunt for that true ending and look up things that you might have missed. Like if I ever played again, I didn't do Caneworth Castle at all.
I did all the side areas.
You did all the side
areas.
Okay.
To my knowledge, I did all the optional bosses in the main game.
Did you fight Amygdala?
I did, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you went into that courtyard, she grabbed you and then transported you.
Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's the same character. I think it's that creature, one of them transports you.
Yeah, it's that creature. Yeah. But it's like, if you... There were parts at the beginning of the game where I was being caught by Amygdala and didn't realize because you can't see it.
No.
And you just die. And you're like, what the hell? And the first time you walk around the city and see all these creatures on the walls and you're like, oh my God.
Do you know that's based on your insight?
Yeah. If your insight's high enough, you can see them.
Because I read up on Insight after and there's just little like... Yeah, it's weird.
People used to think, or it might still be true, that insight affects the difficulty of the game as well.
Well, what I read up, it said that the higher your insight, sometimes some enemies will have different attacks and...
like the Shadows of Yharnam will have different attacks.
Oh God, you're more susceptible to Frenzy if your insight's higher. Frenzy is that bullshit state where that bar fills up when it's full and then it takes your life down to like a pip of health and then you just die. So
sucks. Frenzy sucks.
But such a good game.
That's a great game.
Dying to. I'm like, I really can't stress enough how much I want to go back and play it, and I'm fighting very hard not to.
But now, how excited are you for Sekiro?
For Sekiro, yeah. Now, before I was like, yeah, cool. Dark Souls with grapple hooks. That's nice. You know? And now I'm like, Bloodborne with grapple hooks. That's cool.
And they say it's going to be like tough as nails as well. So
yeah, but
I'm so
let me just drop the John Michael analogy here.
John Michael,
where I mean, the games are hard, and veterans are going to go in knowing how to play these games. The developers obviously want to give a greater challenge. So it's just scary to think that the game, I think, will be harder.
Overall. Definitely.
But the fact that there's a grapple hook makes me worry, like, what are they going to make bosses do to you?
Yeah.
And what are enemies going to do? Because a grapple hook, you think, like, I'm so mobile. I can get in and out of combat, no problem.
I wonder, how they're going to, like, limit it maybe, or... like you said, like design things around it, like bosses where you're grappling around.
One thing I'm not sure entirely is how... So in Bloodborne, there's no jump. But a lot of the puzzle solving in inverted commas comes from you climbing to a higher area and falling down into a lower area. Like even for shortcuts, that's how you sometimes shortcut through an area. If you've got a grapple hook, you're going to be like infinitely more mobile. So I don't know how they're going to address shortcuts or... Yeah, like I don't know.
Or even if it's that style of game, it could just be a really difficult game, but far more linear with less like
Yeah.
Yeah, is this the thing? Like, Sekiro looks like a different game. It doesn't look like a Bloodborne. It looks more like action oriented. And, so I don't know. I think its structure might be very different to what a Souls game is. I don't think it's just a Souls game with another name.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how it turns out. And it's coming out next month.
Oh, so excited. And then hopefully we'll get a Bloodborne 2.
I'll play it in 2022.
Damn, there have been so many times where I'm like, they're going to announce it this time. It's just like, this is the Bloodborne 2 is turning into like my fucking Kingdom Hearts 3.
I know. Well, they've got Sekiro in the pipeline. Now maybe Bloodborne 2 will be a PlayStation 5 thing in like 5-6 years.
Like if it's like a PlayStation 5 launch title or something like that, or comes out like a year later, like Bloodborne did, like fuck yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
What a game, so good. So, what have you been playing? Let's leave Bloodborne
one game that's good and one game that's not good.
I know,
and that's not good. And also a game I can't talk about.
Oh, look at this guy.
Because the embargo only lifts on Monday, but I should actually double check. What time it is on Monday. I think it's like later in the day. Actually, I can talk about it because there's an open beta this weekend, so I'm playing the open beta.
The Division.
No, not the Division. I've been playing Trials Rising.
There's an open beta for Trials Rising. That's cool.
The game's out on Tuesday.
Motorbike head crunching game.
Man, what a fun game. What a really fun game. Like,
to give me like a quick overview of Trials. How many games? There's a bunch.
3. I think this is the
fourth
one or the third one, because there was Trials Evolution. There was Trials. Oh man, there was normal Trials Evolution.
Trials something, and then Trials Rising.
And then there was that weird spin-off side game that was like Trials Blood Dragon combination, which wasn't really like a full-on Trials game, but yeah. This is like a proper sequel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is like Trials Rising and Trials as you know it. So do you know what Trials is?
Trials, I just know you race through. It's like a 2D motorbike game where you just have to speed through I suppose I could call it an obstacle course or a track or
it's like these really ridiculous tracks,
like over the top. Yeah, tracks.
Really over the top in like these weird locations. Like one of the tracks I raced was like in a Russian missile silo.
Oh no!
The other one was in a cargo plane that was busy like coming apart in the air while I was racing through it. Like, there's a lot of spectacle to it. But it's this game is technical. So you, like you said, you're only in 2D and you only have 4 buttons really to control. It's like throttle, brake, left and right.
Yeah.
And left and right just controls like the pitch of your bike. And the first few courses are like cool. You can just hold down that throttle full and just make sure you're landing on 2 wheels. But eventually you get to these courses where it's like, no, you need to like feather that throttle. You need to be careful of how much throttle you use on a ramp so that you land good for the next jump. Otherwise your flow is going to break or you're just going to like miss a jump entirely.
Shit.
It's really cool. And it's got these really unrealistic physics, but the physics that it does have, they abide by rules. So you can learn those rules. Like, you know that if you're going up a steep incline, you got to lean your bike forward to like put weight on it forward so you don't like end up falling back and stuff. So in that, like, learning all of that is super fun.
So when you say pitch, that's literally you leaning forward or back, technically.
Yeah. You're putting weight backwards and forwards on your bike. Like, the earliest suggestion it gives you is like, hey, when you're going up a ramp, you should lean forward, so that you kind of like you go over the ramp, because sometimes you just go up and come right back down. But also that you'll make your jump height smaller, and you won't, if the ramp's too steep, you won't end up like doing like a backflip. And then the other one is like you always lean back when you land, because it gives you stability. If you're leaning forward, your front wheel's just going to flip forward.
Oh, okay.
So like those are like basics, but then it builds upon that in like really complex ways. Like you have this this event which is just like a skills teaching course, and they teach you how to do all sorts of things like taking really, really steep inclines and controlling the bike up steep inclines, or doing bunny hops, like stuff like that. And they teach you, they go, they have a ghost that goes, okay, you need to do the throttle, and just before you jump, you need to go lean forward, and as you hit the ramp, you lean back. So it gets super technical. But when you when you start skilling up, man, it feels so
It's so good.
Yeah,
Like,
you
fly through those
just
courses.
end up on this like flow, which feels amazing. The things that bug me about this game are small, because I think a lot of its courses are inventive and really fun, and there's a lot. Like, there's so much content. Things that bug me is some of the later levels, they have these elements in their tracks that are like random. So like there was this one level where there was this catapult. So I had to like drive up to the catapult and stop, and then it shot me somewhere. Now, where I ended up could be wildly different based on the smallest deviation and where I land on this catapult. So often I'd like be having a great run, get to this catapult, try like stop immediately where I wanted to, and it throws me somewhere random. And it's like, well, that's fucked. That whole run's fucked. Got to restart it. And that's annoying because like up until then, all my failures are me going, I fucked up here. I took this ramp too fast and did this. Here it's just like I got screwed by RNG. Like so that's
annoying.
And then on top of that, there's these events which aren't mandatory, but they're there, and I wish they were better. These like stunt events where it's like ragdoll your body and see how far you can fly, stuff like that, or like ragdoll your body and catch a ball in midair and like get it through a hoop or something like that. Like they're these weird stunt events that are silly and they should be fun, but they hardly lack skill to them. And again, they just feel very random, so they don't feel good. Like compared to all the other stuff, it don't feel good. There's also a track editor, which is terrible.
Oh shit! Well, I mean,
it feels like a tool that should be used internally at a studio. It's not. It's not easy enough.
So you say terrible because it's too complicated.
It's way too complicated, man. It's even got these like, it's got like elements to the to the things that you place in the world that show like rotation and their position, and it looks like I'm looking at a session of Unity game, like the Unity engine that I've worked in. Because I'm looking at this, I'm like, I can't control this with a controller. There's too much going on here. And there's no like tutorial on how to use the track. So it's really disappointing because like you could create these tracks and put them online and, for other people to race. And if it was more intuitive, man, you'd probably see a lot more tracks online, people coming up with cool things. But after like 30 minutes, I was like, I've hardly made anything and I still don't understand. It's bad. Yeah, I really don't like that. But otherwise, Trials is fun.
It's a good time.
It's a good time, yeah. There's a mode we should try where there's a tandem bike. So it's two people controlling one bike, which
sounds hardcore.
Ridiculous and stupid, but in a fun way.
Have you played with Shiny yet?
Not yet, no.
Do you want to end your relationship?
Yeah, exactly. No, we already play Overcooked.
I know. That's like the true test of...
That's the true test.
Yeah.
Need some tomatoes.
Cut me tomatoes immediately.
That should be the catch line for that game. Overcooked 2
fish flakes
needs more tomatoes.
Needs more fish flakes.
Needs more fish flakes.
Brand need more fish flakes in the soup.
I'm just smelling incense everywhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is this
so strong?
It's making me sleepy.
Is it making you sleepy?
I want to pass out on this desk now.
Oh god, please
but
don't.
Trials sounds great.
Trials is a good time.
Back to Trials.
Yeah, Trials is a good time.
Is it you playing on Xbox or PC?
I was playing on PS4.
Oh, so it's not a... Why did I think it was like an Xbox PC thing?
No, it's on
multi-platform.
PC. It's even on Switch.
It's on Switch?
Yeah,
wow.
but apparently the Switch... I was reading a Reset Error thread this morning on people playing the open beta on Switch, and apparently it's bad. It like runs at 30 frames per second and not 60, which is terrible for a game.
You need smoothness in that
And
game.
even on top of that, they did like direct comparisons of tracks, and it's like on Xbox it's this great looking like countryside track and whatever, and on Switch it's just like this barren desert.
No,
because it's like so that's disappointing.
Man, but games like that, I don't know. Like I get Switch is a great platform, but if it's not going to work, just don't put it on Switch. Don't even bother.
But the money, people will buy it.
The money,
people will buy it.
Yeah, but then people
even on the Pro, I was having like Trials isn't a bad looking game, but it's not a great looking game. And I was having like very very frequent texture pop-in issues and stuff like that. And I was like, why? Like, I don't understand. It's not like you're loading in a whole open world. This is a fairly self-contained map.
Well, you don't know that. You could be loading into this full 3D world and the camera just shows you a teeny little portion of it.
That's true. I mean, I'm not going to pretend to know how it works.
You don't know anything about game dev.
Especially because I can't fucking create my own level without some headaches. So I have no idea how it works.
Like, what is this sorcery? Science.
But yeah, other than that, I've been playing a little bit So I've been playing a little bit of 2 games.
Yes, you've been playing a bit of lots of things.
Yeah, just bits and bobs there while I'm not playing Trials. I've played like now 5 hours of Anthem. 5 hours.
Oh,
I do not like that game.
Oh no,
I really do not like that.
See, now this is a weird thing with Anthem. So my hot take is that personally, I think it looks fun or fine. Like I don't know, but there's no middle ground. People either hate it or people are saying no. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's great.
It's like it's got this really strong opening. I think a lot of people say they don't like the opening. I think it's really good because it establishes like, hey, you're this fucking Iron Man suit.
You're Iron Man.
Yeah,
you're Tony Stark.
And you're shooting stuff and you've got these abilities, and then, you know, the mission after the prologue is like you flying around and it feels really good.
Yeah.
Like flying in this game is really fun. Like it could be a bit
always
faster,
great,
but it feels freeing to just like go up in the air and fly, and even though you have to watch the stupid heat meter, which I think is silly.
Did your suit get too hot?
Yeah, so you have to like dive down or like hit waterfalls to cool it down, which I think is like, I get it. They need to limit you in some way, but like also at the same time, I'm like, it also overheats way too quickly. I think. But other than that, like the flying feels awesome. It's really cool to like jump up off of like a cliff and just fly. It's awesome.
That's cool.
And initially, like the gunplay feels fine. Like it's a third-person shooter, but the guns don't have enough variation to like feel different. Like it's just assault rifle, sniper, heavy machine gun, blah. It's not like Destiny where the guns each feel like they have an identity, especially when you start getting to the rarer ones. Yeah. The shooting feels fine. It's okay. It's fun. It's nothing exceptional, nothing to write home about. The suit abilities are super fun.
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
A lot of people say that Storm is the best to play, and Storm is the javelin I chose. So, firstly, you get access to all the javelins. This isn't like Destiny where you, or any other RPG really, where you pick a class and you're tied in. You pick a first javelin, and then when you reach, I think, level 8, you pick another javelin, and eventually you'll get all 4.
All of them,
Yeah, which is cool. I really like that aspect because it lets you, you know,
just try whatever you want. You don't have to replay the whole game.
It's really cool. Storm is my favorite. It's the one I started with. You could think of Storm as like a mage almost. So Storm gets a boost to shields when you're hovering in the air above enemies. Yeah. So it's really fun to like shoot up in the air and just hover in the air and just like rain down shit from there. And the abilities are really cool. Like I can generate like this electrical storm or like shoot ice.
It's in the name.
Or stuff, yeah. And there's this
I've seen gameplay. I'm sure it's the javelin I'm thinking of.
It's like a really thin, sleek javelin. You know, then especially with Storm, you can combo her power. So this combo system is something that Anthem doesn't explicitly teach you, but it's there. It's like one power is a primer and one power is an explosive. So it's generally good if you're not playing with people that you know that you have one of each. So like I would prime people by freezing them and then throw an electrical storm, which is an explosive power, and it combos. It does like way more damage. So that feels cool.
Yeah.
Even though it's very simplistic, like it's prime and explosive. It's not as deep as some people.
Wow.
Some people are like, it's got a deep combo system. It's like, no, it doesn't. No. It's literally 2 states.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. And that feels cool. Like your abilities cool. The cooldown is so low that you're spamming them, and that feels great. The problem is that Anthem's structure outside of that is all the same.
Okay.
All the missions I've been playing follow: go to this place, either hold down a button to find something, or interact with something.
Yeah.
Kill enemies, fly to another place. It's always like fly here, kill, fly here, kill, fly here, kill. Mission.
Turn in loot.
Always 3.
Turn in, yeah.
And so the mission structure is like, you know, lacking. The combat itself gets stale very quickly, outside of the whole power stuff, because the shooting just doesn't feel that great. And your enemies aren't really changing things up in a way that makes you reevaluate how you're playing.
Yeah.
I've been going into missions on hard because I find normal a fucking cakewalk. And even on hard, it's like, unless I'm putting myself in the middle of thousands of enemies, I'm really not feeling like a threat.
Yeah.
And then, you know, on top of that, you've got like weird design choices. Like So you can't change your loadout in a mission. You have to choose your loadout before a mission. So when you pick up gear during a mission, you don't even know what it is because you can't change it. Whatever. You don't earn experience during the mission. You only earn it at the end. So if something goes wrong and that mission fails, like for a service or whatever, it happened to Darren, you lose all your loot, all your experience, and you lose all the progress on that mission. Then when you get back to... So between every single mission, you have to go back to this fort
Tarsus.
Tarsus. So it's not like Destiny... And I keep comparing to Destiny because even though these games are different, I think they are trying to be different.
Some of the same blood.
There are things that have been established in this kind of like shared world shooter genre that Anthem just like kind of ignores.
Yeah.
Like... The Division and Destiny all have these seamless open worlds that you start missions within. Like in Destiny, you always are running around on a planet and then you are taking a mission and it's loading you into that mission on that planet. So it's seamless, you know. Here, you're always at the fort. You then choose a mission and then you go out and then you come back to the fort. And the fort is just like this tiny little social hub. So if you want a comparison, it's like, imagine Destiny only at the tower.
Yeah.
And you couldn't free roam any of its planets. You just got taken there for a mission and then taken back. That's what Anthem is.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole separate mode where it's like, free play. Now you can explore this area freely, but like there's no missions there. There's dynamic world events that happen and stuff. But most of the time you're just going there to get resources and it's like completely different. I don't know. It feels like so disjointed and old by design. Like
that's weird.
It's odd. And then, like, when you're on missions...
On top of that.
No, there's things, man. When you're on missions with friends, if... So this has been reduced significantly. At first, the load times were so bad that I'd load into a mission, and the mission would be, like, halfway done.
No, man, that's ridiculous.
So the load times are drastically better.
Yeah.
They're still a bit long, but they are much better.
But what is your definition of a bit long? Is it...
So when I was playing last week, before the patch came out this Thursday, they were 3 minutes. I was timing them. The combination of loading into a mission and then loading out, which was always way shorter, was about 3 minutes.
Shut up.
Now it's less than a minute. So it still feels annoying because you're constantly hitting load screens. It's like, take a mission, load screen, play the mission, back to Fort Tarsus, load screen, speak to a guy for like 5 minutes, go on another mission, load screen. So you're seeing them frequently. Like,
my favorite was the solutions that was just by an SSD.
Or even that didn't work. Like I saw people saying it increased it by like 10 seconds.
How?
So like it's not. Anyway, the thing that bugs me in the mission is that as soon as someone decides they want to go off to the next objective, you have no choice but to follow.
It just speeds you up.
You cannot explore the area if you want. Not that there's much to explore, but as soon as someone gets like just fractionally away from you, there's this banner that comes up as like, you're not in the mission area. You need to get going. And you get 20 seconds to like get within the sphere again or whatever that it defines as like you're there. Otherwise, you hit another load screen and are teleported to your teammates. But all the while, you're missing cues for dialogue. So because you're not at the point where the dialogue is meant to be triggering, it's still triggering.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at that. Or look at this. It's like, what?
Where?
There's nothing here.
No,
like,
man.
So, man, I've seen a lot of people say play the story mission solo because you can do that. So you experience these story beats and probably do that.
Yeah. It's the same. Okay, to a degree, it's the same as Borderlands.
Yeah.
Where I suppose any co-op game where there's story stuff, I have to play it alone because some people don't care for the story. They'll just speed through conversations, talk over the dialogue, and I hate that.
Oh yeah, I know. Like that's definitely something that Anthem can't completely solve. I think the whole teleporting to your
that's silly.
To your friends is silly. But like them trying to fix when the story beats like trigger is difficult when it's 4 players.
Yeah.
But I do think that overall it's just like not that interesting. Like its story is very verbose and strange, and there's a lot of things you can read in the game that explain things, but it's not that interesting.
Yeah.
And even though it's not that interesting, the story like plays out as if it expects you to know these things up front. And I haven't finished it. I'm nowhere near. I've only played 5 hours, but after 5 hours, I'm already
You're like me.
I just like the mission structure is so boring and so monotonous. It just feels like I'm going through the motions, like playing this mission, which isn't that challenging or that engaging, seeing a little cutscene, going back to the fort, having to listen to people talk about the story that is uninteresting. Editing my javelin is really fun. You get all these great color customization options and stuff. I think it's really cool. Getting loot that is just like, hey, you've got the exact same assault rifle and it's just slightly more. There's no like unique perks to the guns or whatever. And then going on a mission and doing it all over again. So
sounds like a grand time.
It's not fun. I get that people are having fun. I would tell people to stay the course because the game has a really good opening impression. But then you start realizing that after 20 hours, you've done the same thing over and over again, and then there's no end game. And that's where a lot of the reviews are falling. They're going, hey, this game was great for the first 5-10 hours. But then, it was like actually surprisingly fun. And then you like realize like, oh, fuck, nothing's actually changing.
But yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know. That's baffling.
I don't know if it's a thing of just the studio not really paying attention to games like Destiny and that sort of ilk, or if it's one of those things where they're too far in design to really, or in development to really step back, like we need to address this, you know? This is the same team that bought Andromeda, right? That did Andromeda, right?
No,
not really.
So Andromeda was BioWare Montreal, and they were turned into a support studio for EA Motive.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is BioWare core. This is BioWare Edmonton and Austin. This is the OGs. They were working on this while Andromeda was being dev because this was such a big thing.
Yeah.
And they pulled in like the writer for the next Dragon Age into this because they needed help and stuff. It's like, are they even going to make? Are they going to have the chance? Like, if this doesn't work, if this after a month peters out to a point where EA is like, well, fuck, this is a problem.
Destroy us.
Like, does BioWare survive this? I don't know. Do they get to make a Dragon Age? Do they get to support this game in the way? Because EA was super quick to fucking destroy plans for Andromeda's DLC.
Yeah. Goddamn.
So
sad.
I don't know, man. It's real disappointing because I think BioWare is capable of great things and Anthem is not great. Anthem is arguably one of the most boring titles I've played of theirs. Because I enjoyed Inquisition. I enjoyed Dragon Age Inquisition. I didn't like Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
I love the Mass Effect trilogy before then, and I love Dragon Age before then. So it's just like progressively not... And that makes sense. The people who made those trilogies that I love aren't there anymore. So, but BioWare just doesn't seem to be adjusting.
I don't know. This game, it's like I say, are they going to be able to get to the next game?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how this is. I mean, I don't know. This could be a Destiny story where it is like, it's rough now, but
it could turn around.
Give it a few months and they patch, like the load times are already faster, let's say.
Because, I mean, you go back to the reviews of the first Destiny and it got slammed as well. It was getting like 6s or 7s. People were like, what the fuck is this? This is so repetitive. This is this and that.
And look at it now.
Bungie took it on the chin and they turned Destiny 1 into something phenomenal. So I'm not saying that Anthem is dead on arrival and that's it. I'm saying right now it's not good.
Yeah.
But I mean, in 6 months it could be fundamentally different. I just don't understand people who are coming at this and saying this is better than Destiny 2 or this is better than The Division in terms of its structure and all that. I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
it is so far. This game right now feels further behind Destiny 1 at launch.
Jeez, that's hectic.
Which doesn't mean that it will stay that way, but you can't come and say that this is an 8 or a 9 game. Not a chance. If you are saying that this is the bar that other games should look for, that's terrifying.
I know.
Because I don't know what standards you have anymore.
Oh, who are you?
And that's not to say you can't have fun with the game, but you should also acknowledge that there are problems
with flaws,
the game.
Like, and besides that, I mean, if you do want to try the game and not drop all your money, you did it with EA Access.
Yeah, you get 10 hours. So that's on Xbox and PC.
It's
and
$50 a month, or what is it?
It's 50 Rand, a month.
Yeah.
So you can just pay the $50 and get 10 hours, and I would strongly recommend that if you have the chance, because like 10 hours is a lot to see in this game. It's like almost 3/4 of the story, I've heard. So you can get a lot done in this game and really decide if it's something you want to buy and invest in. Because it's not just a money investment, it's going to be a time investment.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, I can see
Cannot
myself
recommend.
getting to the... Because I want to play more. I want to get at least 10 hours in. I don't see myself purchasing this game. And I see myself going back to things like Destiny and looking forward to things like The Division.
Well, I mean, The Division, also an example of a game that was, like, it was okay at launch.
Yeah, it turned
And
into
then
something
Division 1
spectacular,
was, like, really good after lots and lots of patches and, taking feedback in, whatever. Now we have The Division 2 coming up.
Division 1 actually is very similar to Anthem in that its missions at the time were very repetitive. It struggled with the lack of in-game. I thought its Dark Zone stuff was really interesting, but I also bounced off of it very quickly and thought it's okay. It's okay. And it turned into something really good. So
when Destiny 2 launched, it was the same thing of like, and they sort of forgot all the good things they did for Destiny 1, and they've kind of rebuilt back.
Yeah, Forsaken was a massive like resurgence.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I wonder if the Division 2 is like going to face the same problem, or it's going to straight up be, this is Division 1 but better.
Yeah, what I played of the Division 2 in that quick beta the other weekend, just as I started playing it, I'm like, this feels like Division 1. I was like, I remember this game. Yeah. So I never saw enough.
Right, yeah.
But I need to, I'm excited to
go back and play it. Yeah. Did you say you have a third game you've been playing?
I do, but I guess I've been playing a bit of Metro Exodus, but I haven't played a lot. So I'd rather actually play a bit more.
We did speak about it last week.
Yeah, briefly, yeah. So I want to play a bit more before I actually speak about it again.
Yeah.
But it's good. I'm enjoying
some good stuff. It's getting some great reviews.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's still got some issues, I think, but it's still good stuff.
Yeah. Artyom. Yeah. So should we get to some gaming releases? What is it? Gaming releases? Is there anything good out this week? I think Feb's done with its...
with its
high tier.
Oh god, I don't have Instagram.
Oh no.
All right, because I got new routers.
Is that fiber? Wow.
Yeah, I got new routers and stuff, so I haven't connected this PC to.
Password is 1 2 3.
Wow, why
4.
isn't it asking me for a password? This
I know. Checking network requirements. Are you going to connect to the internet? You can play that cool T-Rex game on I almost said Opera on Chrome. While you wait. Yeah. The worst is when you're getting a high score, and then your internet comes back on, and then you suck.
I didn't realize you could do this on phone as well.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah, I did not know that.
This is great.
I should fix my internet. I don't know what's going on.
No.
Why is it just?
It just says connecting.
What the hell?
I guess the rest of the show's cancelled. Thanks for listening.
Oh my god! I might have to just get my phone for this. And that's going to make news and interesting prospect.
Oh boy. Okay, let's whip up the phone. Where is your phone?
I'm just going to forget this network quickly.
Just forget it.
And then I'm going to try
pretend it doesn't exist.
Checking network requirements.
Please hold, audience. Although we could fill in our sponsor here again.
Yeah, fish flakes. Fish flakes. They fish, but flakes.
For flavor, your fish will never forget.
For a flavor, your fish
that is the tagline. Okay, home fiber.
There we go. Finally.
We're safe. Password 1 2 3. Wow, that is a long password.
It's a complicated password.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
I have blackjacks on me. You would have thought.
Oh, from the run?
So I went bundu bashing. What is this? How do I get on my shirt?
Well, I mean...
I'm not going to leave them on your...
There we go.
On your carpet.
There we go. Internet.
We have internet. What a natural segue that was.
Okay, we're looking at releases from February 23rd to March 1st.
The 1st.
Can you believe we're on March?
Look at that.
There's quite a few.
Wow.
Quite a few things. Origami Shadow Edition coming to Switch. Apparently it's an okay action. It's got a really cool
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Origami, yes. Mr. Ramami. Rabami.
Anno 1800 coming to PC on February 26th. Dirt Rally 2 coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, Februry 26th. That looks really good.
I haven't played a good rally game in a long time.
Yeah, the first Dirt Rally was really good, and this one's... It's got a really cool thing. The I don't know if it was the collector's edition or the press kit.
Oh, the cover,
styled like Colin McRae.
That's very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Stellaris console edition coming PS4, Xbox One on February 26th. Apparently, actually...
Hello, Stellaris.
It's like a 4X game. Very complicated. apparently makes a good transition over to controllers. So, controllers, I mean. Nier Automata, Game of the Yorha Edition. PC and PS4 on February 26th. I guess that includes all the DLC and stuff like that.
Oh, there was DLC for that game?
Yeah, I think it was like ancillary DLC. I don't think it was really story-heavy DLC.
Okay.
I might be wrong. Oh, shit, yes. Ape Out on PC and Switch. Fucking excited.
I remember you telling me about that game.
Yes, it's like Hotline Miami, but you're a monkey.
Is it made by that studio?
No.
No, but it's published by Devolver.
Yes.
Haha.
I'm very excited for that game. Space Engineers is finally out of early access after 5 years, coming out on February 28th. Can you believe?
Nice.
Deltarune Chapter 1. So this is the pseudo sequel to Undertale.
Oh.
It's already been out on PC, but it's out on PS4 and Switch on February.
What's it called again?
Deltarune.
Has it been reviewing well?
It's weird, man. Undertale's weird. I still want to play that game.
Me too.
Because it's strange and apparently very good. So.
Undertale.
Batloon. I don't know what that is. I just like that name. It's almost like I'm going to say balloon, but then it's battle.
It's Batloon.
Batloon. I'm
gonna blow up the Batloon.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar: Champions. Comes to PC.
Warhammer's got too many damn games in that intellectual property.
And then on March 1st, we've got Dead or Alive 6. Didn't know that was happening. PC, PS4, Xbox One. Do you like Dead or Alive?
Never really played a Dead or Alive.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Fighting games suck.
But what?
We've gone from Tetris hating to fighting games.
Okay, so we're the number one fighter.
Yeah, fighting game hating.
We play Smash, so sorry.
Shit, now I'm in a conundrum. It's
you see.
I can't say Smash isn't a fighting game because then
it is 100% a fighting game.
It's a fighting game, yeah. It's a fighting
game. What was I going to say? Dead or Alive? No, but as far as fighting games go, is Dead or Alive, I think, is enjoyed by fighting game fans, I think. I mean, you get bikini girls and actual other fighters,
bikini girls. You got lots of people obsessing over jiggle physics.
Jiggle physics, yeah.
You got Ryu Hayabusa, the ninja dude from Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, he's there, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool. He's got cool costumes.
Nice.
I can't tell you about any of the other characters.
Can I have him in a bikini like all the other fine ladies?
Yes, I really hope so. I really hope so.
It's him in a bikini, but he still has his ninja mask on.
Yeah, and he needs to cover his nipples. Can't have any nips.
Because, a nipple might reflect in the sun, and a ninja never reveals his position or her position.
Yeah,
so.
it's true. It's true. Ryu Hayabusa has reflective nipples.
Yeah. We can confirm this.
It's like there's little strips on, like when you go running at night and
man,
strips. That's how he's.
So does he run backwards so he doesn't get hit by a car?
Wow. Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove. PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Wow.
What the fuck? Why is there a new Toe Jam and Earl?
I don't know.
That's strange.
I just podcast here. I don't actually work here.
That's strange. And then the last thing is Division 2's open beta is starting on March 1st. PC, PS4,
March
Xbox
1st, next Friday.
And I think it's out on March 22nd. Let me just double check.
March 22nd.
Yeah, I think so.
That's it.
Or later in the... I don't know. I can't remember. There's too much. There's a lot of shit coming
That is a lot of stuff.
Oh, boy. There's so much
A
coming
lot
out.
of stuff.
Oh, March 12th. I apologize.
You're fired?
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Get out of my house.
Okay, well, okay.
Oh, March 22nd is Sekiro. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, it's so close.
And Final Fantasy episode Erden.
Oh.
The last DLC.
I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy 15 DLC. There's so many now.
And Final Fantasy 7 on Switch.
Yeah, but I've already said this. So I've played the game
far too many times
to be bothered to play it again at this stage of my life.
Should we get to news?
News. Whoa, the dogs want to hear some news.
They're excited.
Like, tell us.
Firstly, more layoffs in the games industry.
Shocked.
Although a bit less... I think a bit less not surprising, but like poorly handled.
Yeah.
So ArenaNet, the developers of Guild Wars 2, are letting go of a bunch of people.
How many people?
I don't know. Let me check.
This is a matter of interest. Gaming news. I'm making notes diligently.
The ArenaNet layoffs are... I don't know if they have a figure. Yeah, there's still no word on how many people will be laid off, and most employees are still in limbo as they wait to find out if they will be affected. Although some who worked on cancelled projects say they're presuming they'll be laid off and are making preparations accordingly.
I know.
That is Jason Schreier's report on it. Around 400 people work at ArenaNet, but they haven't said how many are.
How many do you think will be?
Don't know. I have no idea what projects they're working on internally and stuff like that. So the other big one was EA is shutting down some operations in Australia.
Oh,
and the number of people laid off is like equal to 10% of the entire games industry in Australia. So
shit, that's hectic.
That sucks. Sorry to all those affected. Yes, you saw it. In more sad news, Matty got Reggie feels Amy. Wait, how do you say his name?
I don't know. We were discussing this at the office. Like, it's Reggie.
Isn't it feel Aim?
Feel Aim. I don't know.
Reggie.
Just Reggie. Old Reggie. Reggie.
The good old president of Nintendo of America. He's stepping down.
I'm so sorry. I made him retire.
Yeah. You put him up all around your office and now he's gone.
Yeah,
he felt his power being sucked away.
Here's a little anecdote. Yeah, so at the office. So yeah, here's a long story told in a 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. So at my office, between the desks, we have these dividers where you can like pin up stuff, put your, like you've got storage space, everything. So what happened is that, I don't know, my office ordered a whole lot in 2017
of these dividers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the office obviously expanded since then. So new tables have been added to the office, but these tables don't have dividers between them.
Okay.
Or they didn't until this week. We got extra dividers for those tables that didn't have. So 2 new ladies on my team got a divider.
Okay.
And while they were out to lunch, I thought it'd be hilarious to pin up some inspiration for them. So for one of them, I printed up a full A4 size photo of Hideo Kojima.
Good.
And for the other one, I printed out a photo of old Reggie.
Good.
Okay? But it's so funny because now imagine Reggie staring at you while you work, okay? She said it creeps her out too much, but she'll keep him, she'll compromise. She just made a small little version of him. Okay. Like a proper little passport size. Yeah, she's a wizard. She took this big photo, quickly like downscaled it in Photoshop, whatever, printed it up, gave him a name, put him up there. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate this. You got Reggie giving you some inspiration now. And then the next day he just resigns.
Yeah.
Like what a weird coincidence.
Very strange. Like
it was, and because a lot of them were like, who's this guy? I'm like, no, it's Reggie. That's the president of Nintendo America. What a great guy. This, that. Next day I walk in and I'm like, guys, you won't believe it. He retired.
He's gone. He's dead.
Take that inspiration down. He's gone. He's retired.
Yeah, he's going to spend time with his family and stuff, and the transition's happening in April.
But the best part of the story...
The coolest news is that his replacement is a guy who's been working in Nintendo America for a while called Doug Bowser.
You can't write this.
A president
you
of
can't
Nintendo
make this
America
up. It just,
Bowser.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It is so good.
I wonder how much of his career was fast-tracked because of his name.
Oh my God. They handed the keys over to the bad guy.
Did you see his post on Instagram?
with the Mario and Luigi in the background.
Yes. Yeah, Mario and Luigi in the background.
John Michael actually showed me.
It's so funny.
No, they were tied up.
Yeah, they were tied up. It's so funny.
That must have been done.
like over his shoulder.
That must have been done on purpose.
So no, not Bowser. There was like a Goomba smiling across the show. It's so good.
That must have been done on purpose.
So good. But yeah, I guess Reggie's been an awesome president for Nintendo America. He's like one of the faces of Nintendo.
Yeah, but like through Nintendo's ups and downs, like I've always think of Reggie. Now I don't know. I've never thought of him as a bad president.
He's embraced his memes.
Yeah, like my body is
ready. Like
and in his farewell is like my body. What my body will always be ready.
Yeah, my body will always be ready.
And it's like he just embraces the memes. It's so good.
He's very cool, and it's kind of great to see him like say, hey, I've done my bit. It's time for someone else, and I want to spend the rest of my days with family and whatever. So
how old is he?
I don't know. He's a big person.
He is a big, but he looks young. Like in my eyes, I don't know. I'd say he's like late 40s, maybe early 50s.
I don't know.
At a push.
I saw him at E3 last year.
He's tall.
He is extremely tall, and he was walking around with bodyguards, and he does not need bodyguards.
Was he a bodyguard for
that
other people?
Will fuck people up. He is an incredible
massive,
human being.
Oh man.
So yeah. Bye, Reggie.
No, goodbye, Reggie. I'll miss you.
The Walking Dead, Overkill's The Walking Dead, that really terrible shooter from last year that I had to play.
Oh, it hasn't been cancelled.
Everyone thought it was cancelled on console. It's not been cancelled, don't worry, but you probably shouldn't buy it because it's bad.
I know.
Patrick Sutherland, who was the former chief design officer at Electronic Arts and like made his name on Battlefield.
Yeah.
He left the company a few months ago and he started a new studio called Embark, and they revealed some cool like concept art from the game they're working on. It looks like a sci-fi thing.
Is it that header, that black background with just text
black
on it?
background. They're like,
yo, what a tease,
Embark
man.
is so. Let me see if there's some
names.
Yeah, you see, look at that.
That's
It's
cool.
got some nice sci-fi looking shit there. Looks cool.
Nice.
Love the high tops on that spaceman.
Ooh, Embark.
So yeah, keeping an eye on that.
Bluff.
Someone modded
I know.
Scooby-Doo Shaggy into Jump Force because they won't put him into
Smash.
Combat. Man, that meme was so good, and then it just died.
It died, yeah. That's the nature of memes, though, man.
Yeah,
they live and they die.
Elder Scrolls 6 won't be happening until at least 2021 because it's going to be embroiled in a legal battle.
Wow.
Something to do with some trademark. So, I mean, the game can't release until this has been resolved.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to see it before then anyway. So,
No, they showed us a JPEG.
Yeah.
JPEG.elderscrolls.
What else?
What other news there was?
Squeenix is restructuring itself after some disappointing year-end results.
No.
I don't really know what that means, but...
Does that mean there are more layoffs coming?
I don't think so. I know they missed... they said that sales of like Just Cause 4 were disappointing, and Rise of the Tomb Raider... Oh yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right. Yeah, wasn't that great and stuff like that. So, yeah, I really want to know what's happening with like their Marvel property, like the Avengers game that has just been like...
Just chilling
at Crystal Dynamics for like years now, so... this was ridiculous. One of the most dedicated Fallout 76 players in the world got banned because Bethesda thought that he was cheating. So he has over 900 hours in game. 900 hours for this game. And because he had so much loot, so much ammo specifically,
they
I don't know
thought
if it
he
was
was
like
straight
an
up
automatic anti-cheat that just triggered or whatever, and it just banned his account.
This game
cannot win.
Just when you think that, like, okay, the worst is over, some other PR disaster happens.
It's like you've taken the one person on Earth who really wants to play this game.
The last person playing your game and you ban them. What are you doing, Bethesda?
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Bethesda did release a roadmap for Fallout 76 for the year. There's like a bunch of content coming. There's even going to be raids and stuff. But fuck, man.
Shit. Is it too little, too late?
I don't know. I feel like that was... Whereas we talk about Anthem as going like, hey, it could be okay, whatever. Fallout 76 was a fucking disaster.
No.
What a disaster.
Shit.
I don't know.
Project
Stream. Google's teasing a big break into video games. They're going to be revealing their plans for getting into video games at GDC, which is happening on the 22nd of March.
Not next month, sorry.
Next month. But this shouldn't be surprising because they had that Project Stream or Project
AC
Odyssey. So
and it was quite successful from what I heard. People said it was unreal how they're playing this game on like their laptop or whatever.
Yeah, it's just through like a Chrome tab.
Like no delay, nothing. It just worked perfectly. So shit.
I think Digital Foundry did some tests on it, and they're like, yeah, of course there's latency, but it's been reduced to this point where it's not really that bad. And the visual fidelity was like amazing.
That's incredible. So I don't think you're going to see Project Stream being used for like Overwatch or Apex or...
No, I think
for single player
games,
narratives and stuff. I mean, even to a degree, some multiplayer games where you, like a few milliseconds isn't going to make you cry.
So if you're playing like Civilization or
something like that.
Yeah, where Twitch nature isn't really,
it's not really
paramount.
A thing, yeah.
Darren reviewed a 4,000 Rand controller.
What is his?
He likes it, but
take?
Fuck, it's a 4,000
4,000 Rand
controller.
Hey,
Jesus, fuck that noise.
Wait, what was that? Apex Legends?
Apex Legends. Oh yeah, there was some data mining on some stuff. It's a bit...
New characters in game modes, get out. I never thought.
It's a bit topsy-turvy, some of this, because I think, Respawn, when they announced Apex, they said, we've been working on this for a while, and at first we had Titans in there and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff that is being data mined could be remnants
old stuff,
of that. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say that because there's a reference to Titans, that Titans are coming.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, one of them was like, there was a mode that was teased that could include like wall running and stuff like that, and Titans, and then new characters. One of them called Octane, and his ability is Stim, and then another character called Watson. And his ability is
the
a
power
Tesla
of
trap.
detectiveness.
Yeah, so something like that. Then also this mode called Recruit Mode. If you revive a player, they join your team. It's basically like you're recruiting people into a team. Each team would consist of 20 members and 3 teams max. So as you kill someone, you revive them. It's like a zombie thing, so you grow your team. Which sounds really cool,
that
actually.
Sounds interesting, yeah.
So yeah, that stuff there. I think their content plans are kicking off on 1st of March. So we'll know soon.
Yeah.
We'll know soon.
You still playing Apex?
I haven't been just because of review stuff, but I need to
I played a bunch of that this week still. Surprise.
Big news for the week.
Oh my god, this was a big surprise.
This stuff. So, rumor that Scalebound, the cancelled Xbox One game, is being revived for Nintendo Switch, which now ties into another rumor which came out later this week about Xbox wanting to put Xbox games and Xbox Game Pass on Nintendo Switch. The rumors state that Microsoft's developing an app to let you stream games to the Nintendo Switch. So you could stream Halo 2 there, you could stream Gears of War, you'll have access to Games Pass, so you can purchase games like Ori and the Blind Forest and Cuphead.
On the Switch?
For the Switch.
Take my money.
So this would make a lot of sense if that is the case.
Yeah.
Or Nintendo's just doing what they did with Bayonetta 2, where Sega was like, hey, we're not making Bayonetta 2. Nintendo's like, cool, we'll make it. Yeah, we'll pay Platinum Games.
That's more what I thought it was like. Nintendo see this property like, actually, we could do something with it and let's throw money at it.
It's interesting because everyone seems to paint Microsoft as the bad guys in Scalebound's cancellation.
Games, no.
But lots of people who were close to the project, and more recently Liam Robertson, who deals with a lot of these rumors and insider knowledge, says that the decision was pretty mutual between the two.
Oh yeah.
Microsoft weren't happy with where the game was, and Platinum weren't happy where the game was. So,
and to be honest, the public, I don't think were hot.
I think it looked really bad.
Yeah,
really, really bad. So I don't know. If it was a case of Microsoft just canned this project and Platinum are super excited to do this game, I could believe it. But if Platinum themselves weren't really happy with where this game was, I don't know. Maybe they'll take pieces of Scalebound and turn it into something new.
Or,
I mean, there's that new Platinum game coming out on Switch called Astral Chain already. So
who knows?
But Xbox on Switch, that is huge.
That is massive.
And it's the Xbox is giving a talk at GDC about having
friendship.
Yeah, having achievements work across all sorts of platforms, including the Switch. So I think they're going to have a big E3 this year.
Yeah,
I think very big.
I think the way things are going, I mean, even PlayStation opening up the doors to crossplay. I mean, in a limited capacity, it's still there though. I mean, if we're gonna, I really think we are gonna live in a reality where crossplay is just a thing, and you just choose maybe your preference platform. Where I don't know, I like Nintendo. I'm gonna play my shit on this console, but I can play a whole lot of stuff on this. I don't know. There's also Google in the mix now, so who knows? Who knows?
It's funny because people go, well, now there's even less incentive to buy an Xbox. It's like, but they don't care.
No, you stop giving them money.
If they are giving, especially with stuff like Games Pass, do you think Netflix cares that they don't have a piece of hardware out there that runs just Netflix? Netflix is happy that people are paying for subscriptions across so many devices.
Yeah, and you can watch Netflix on anything. So,
So, if Microsoft somehow deals their way into getting a Game Pass app on Nintendo Switch, then they have it on mobile, then they have it on PC, then they have it on Xbox. You can play your Xbox games anywhere. It's completely agnostic of the platform, but you can still buy an Xbox to play them on there.
Yeah.
So that's just more money for them. hardware has never been what keeps companies afloat. It's royalties on software sales. So,
we'll see.
Interesting times.
FNAF news. Wait, what is that FNAF news? I need to see. A new VR title. Oh my god.
Five Nights at Freddy VR. Fuck that.
Hell
noise.
no.
Fuck that noise.
Hell no. Okay, so news.
Let's get into some questions.
Some questions. Okay, wait, I need to timestamp this. Yo, what a jingle.
What a jingle.
You wrote that yourself. We are totally going to launch a company outside this podcast called Fish Flakes, just so you know.
Let's just get people up to speed. If you want to send us questions, you can message us at Checkpoint Chats on Twitter. You can DM us. They're open. You don't have to wait for Matty's fantastic tweet on Friday. You can also reset the counter and email us, checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com, or just hit us up with a message on Facebook, facebook.com/checkpointchat.
We have a lot of questions from
Like and subscribe, huh?
We have a lot of questions from
This is all because I called out that one.
I know,
this
is actually your fault. So, okay, let's fly through these. First question. Have you ever bought an early access game only to have development on it stop due to stupid arguments?
That's a very specific...
Game in question is Darkstorm.
I don't know what Darkstorm
I have no idea what that is.
I mean, I've played early access games that are still in early access, and I'm like,
Have you played an early access game that is canned at all?
I mean, Rust when it first launched in early access, they restarted development entirely.
Oh,
like,
shit, really?
Fuck this, I'm out.
Jeez, and then it came back to haunt you. You had to review it.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
I've backed a lot of Kickstarters that are still like not out.
I'm ashamed to say I've never backed a Kickstarter because
I think the one I backed is now going into like its 6th year.
Oh, really?
There's no yeah.
Did you ever back that Pebble Watch? No.
I was going to.
Yeah, I remember. That's one thing I was... Yeah. Ooh, that was close. How handy are you guys at doing basic home car repairs, maintenance, or do you have the plumber, mechanic, handyman on speed dial?
I'm terrible at this stuff.
I mean, I don't know how to like fix a car or do hardcore stuff, but...
They work on magic. And petrol.
Magic and petrol and love. Love is a key ingredient. But basic maintenance stuff, I mean, I can... drill a hole, I can change a light bulb, I can use like wood filler. I've done basic stuff, but nothing. I don't know. I'm not going to fix a. Wait, you said you don't really do. Hey, you bought my PC for me.
Like there's certain things like
that's DIY hardware.
When it comes to like setting up internet around the house or building a PC, I can do that. But like my dad is super handy. Like he will change plugs.
Yeah. Oh no. See that I don't know how to do.
He'll like hang shit up on walls. He'll like do the drilling for the
that I could semi-do.
Yeah, like I could probably figure it out. I'll probably fuck it up a few times, but I don't really generally do that stuff. You know how to treat a pool. I don't know how to do that.
Hey, I actually do. That's one thing I do know how to do. God damn.
I mean, we don't call like any services because my dad generally does it.
Yeah, and the thing is like I have an uncle who's like incredibly handy. He knows how to do everything.
You save a lot of money like that.
Yeah.
Man. It's useful learning these things.
Okay, next question. What are your bed recommendations? Single, double, queen, king, waterbed, maybe, and why?
Waterbed? I've never been on a waterbed. I want to know what that feels like. Like if you're sleeping on... No. Oh, no, you're not sleeping in a pool.
Oh, imagine.
No, but imagine how jelly it would feel.
I know. Is that the noise it makes? Our next sponsor, Jelly Beds.
Jelly Beds, like jelly babies. Single beds suck.
Yeah.
3/4 beds suck.
To be honest, like I'm not fussed about actual bed sizes. I'm more worried about length. So I'm a tall guy.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I just need a bed that my feet don't peep over. So I don't know. I suppose a queen king, but as long as it's that extra length.
Yeah.
That's the more important thing for me.
I've got a double bed now, and that's pretty nice. Queen beds are cool.
I wonder if my feet would fall slip
when I went to an event once, I think it was the very first event I attended as under Lazy Gamer. It was a Call of Duty one in London.
London.
The hotel I stayed at, the bed, it must have been a king or whatever's bigger than a king, because I could fit like 5 human beings in that bed. Like it felt strange being in that bed, like sleeping on one side. And there's so much space on the other side.
You call over to the other side of the bed, it echoes back like hello.
Yeah, it was.
Is there anyone there?
It's the biggest bed I've ever seen in my life.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know what it must be like a king or whatever.
Yeah,
double king.
That bed is built for like small families or really large sex orgies.
Oh my.
Going to the extremes here.
Is Alessandro still content with the messages this week?
Yes.
Yes.
He says with Stockholm Syndrome.
Do you guys pre-order games still, or do you follow the Giant Bomb mantra of don't pre-order games ever?
I don't think that's just Giant Bomb always say that, but I don't think it's their mantra. I think it's something that a lot of people are slowly coming to realize is that games are not in limited supply.
No,
they never have been.
I suppose there was a reason, arguably, to pre-order a game. Maybe not in South Africa. I imagine in the States, like your local chain only has 10 copies of StarCraft 1, whatever. You better secure your copy, else you're going to have to wait for more stock.
There also used to be this big thing with Amazon that if you pre-ordered, you got like 10% off. Yeah. So there was an incentive, like a monetary incentive there. But that doesn't exist here, really.
No. To a degree, you still get like a $50 off, whatever, which is like...
With the state that games release in nowadays, it's not worth taking that risk.
Yeah.
And even when games offer these things like Anthem, if you pre-ordered it or got it on Xbox, not Xbox, Origin Pass or whatever, you got access to the early VIP beta, the one that was fucking broken, that you could hardly play. And then you got 7 days early access to the game when it was in its roughest state. Like, it's now been patched the day before its quote-unquote actual launch day, and now it's a lot better. So, like, you spent that extra money and you got a shitty experience. Like,
it's not worth
why?
It. I mean,
and on top of that, you gave money to the company for a game that you don't even know if it's good yet. Like,
there are very few. Like, I don't pre-order games, but there are very few exceptions where I will buy a game on release day. So, like, Super Smash Bros. Is one example, because I know I love Super Smash Bros. It's going to be great.
Yeah, like, barring a massive disaster.
It's one of those games where like you're going to get more of the same, and that's fine. Yeah. But there are plenty of games that have come out where I've been dying to play them on launch. Oh, what's happening with my throat now?
See, now you do.
There's something going around.
I swear it's fucking incense.
Holy moly. I'm dying.
Please don't.
But like God of War last year, a game I knew, like, arguably, it's going to be good to a degree. Like, it's not going to be a flop. It might be like a high 7,
but
higher
even that, didn't you buy it like a few weeks
ago? No, I still waited, though. I waited, and it was like, okay, I'm going to buy it. Resident Evil 2 is a game I was dying to buy on launch, but I thought, let me just wait. Because there's no harm in waiting.
Yeah, there
is. If anything, like, we all know it, everyone laughs, like, haha, I'm stuck in a time capsule. I'm playing games from yesteryear and, like, sprinkling in new ones there. But it works. I haven't played a bad game in... I don't know, because I wait and I know for a fact that the games I play are really, really good. And not only that, I either get them on like PS Plus, for example. Bloodborne was a PS Plus game I grabbed ages ago, only playing it now. Or I'll get them cheaper, or I'll borrow them from friends. And it just works.
And games go on sale so quick now.
Yeah, no, but that's exactly that. I'm waiting for Resident Evil 2. I know you said I could steal your PS4 copy. Like, I might want to play it on PC. So I'll see. How long I can hold out or whatever. There's no rush.
But it's like I saw Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So that
was so cheap last year.
Oh, yeah. It came out and it's been like 4 months and you can grab it for like $500 now. It's a great game. It's benefited from some patches as well. Like, there are a few reasons where... Firstly, I don't think you ever need a pre-order.
No.
I don't think you ever need to pre-order, especially now in an age where most people have fast internet. So you can download the thing on the day.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing with pre-ordering is like you can preload the game. Cool, whatever.
Nice.
If that's worth the risk to you, then go for it. But like even online games like the Division 2 or stuff like that, you want to jump in on the day.
Yeah.
It's always helpful to just wait till the day. To see reviews or see like launch day impressions. Like, hey, this thing is fucked.
Yeah.
Like Diablo 3. That game was fucked for days.
That's an example of a game. I don't know if I pre-ordered, but I went to the launch event and I bought it.
Yeah.
Went home, couldn't play it.
You can play it for like days. So like if you had waited, you probably wouldn't save money because you'll eventually buy it. But you would have saved yourself like the pain of trying to get this thing that you bought to work.
No.
So there's really no...
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. Like, if you've been waiting years for a game, you can wait 2 more days to find out if it's stable or good or this or that.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hand over money for things that you don't know what they, how they're going to be when they land. And more often than not, now games are launching in more messy states.
Yeah.
So it pays to wait.
Just wait. So this is to me. It says, Matthew, have the Fortnite scum friends from episode 14. Shit, that's awfully specific. The ones
Episode 14.
the ones who WhatsApp you a question of why don't you play Fortnite instead of podcasting with Alessandro moved to Apex Legends yet? Yeah. I don't know anyone who's playing Fortnite at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think Fortnite's dead by any means.
Oh, no,
I mean,
not at all.
I've got no incentive to play it now, but I will go back. Next season, I'll pop in and out, whatever. I still love Fortnite.
I do think it was funny that Epic were like, hey, we're still doing fine. Also, you can get a battle pass for free now.
For free now, yeah.
Like, huh.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Sure.
I think they make some money on battle passes. Obviously, there's that you need to buy a battle pass at one time. But you make enough currency doing a season that you can just keep buying a battle pass every season. Where Epic are making the money on the skins. And
But if people aren't playing the game, they're not seeing the skins.
Yeah, but people are still playing the game.
Yeah.
So
I think, if anything, I don't think Apex Legends has really... I think, obviously, Fortnite's seen some impact.
it took a knock. It definitely
But I
did,
think the smaller battle royales are the ones that felt the knock even harder, like
Yeah.
Blackout or PUBG.
Have you looked at Blackout since Apex?
No one's playing that.
No, but like actual gameplay, when Blackout came out, it was like, shit, this is great. This makes PUBG look very muddy and slow. And like PUBG is a different game. It is meant to be more tactical. But put Blackout next to Apex, it's like, shit.
And they
I have
just announced
zero
a new
incentive
map
to play
for it. And what
Blackout,
I hear, all of the people that were like, Blackout is awesome, best battle royale, stop playing Fortnite to play Blackout, this and that. No one's talking about Blackout.
No.
In the circles I'm in, I'm hearing, which is sad because Blackout's good.
Yeah, no, it's
Blackout's
really good.
but Apex is just eating everyone's lunch right now.
And there's Firestorm coming from Battlefield 5. I don't know how that's going to be. I'm curious to see what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to make a big splash, but yeah.
Who knows?
Splash in the kiddie pool.
Meow. Did you say? Oh,
Meow.
the kiddie pool.
Wow.
No, not kitty.
No, not kiddie pool. Cats don't like swimming.
They don't. Do you guys often go to the cinema or once in a while or watch it all on DVD, Blu-ray, streaming, the Harsies, or a combo of two from the list?
I go to the cinema a lot.
Yeah, I haven't been to. I mean, I used to go to the cinema way more back in the day, but movies are super expensive now.
They are.
I'll always catch a movie if it's like a new Marvel film. I'll definitely watch that in the cinema. Some spectacle movies I feel should be watching. Like, I love going to cinema because it is an experience. It's a big screen. You've got good, well, for the most part, good sound, and it. Like movies generally, they
look
it's
great,
a different experience in the cinema as opposed to watching it on TV.
Yeah,
I watch like a spectacle film like Bohemian Rhapsody. I watched it at cinema because I knew it's a sort of movie you want to be there and have like good surround sound,
especially for that sound.
Yeah, so I don't go as often as I'd like to because films, if you don't have like movie card, like club cards or discovery cards, movies are so expensive.
I just really love like going to the movies is like a pastime of mine. Like Shani loves it, I love it.
Get popcorn.
So we go a lot because we just both really love movies, and I just love the cinema experience. So, I'm going again this week. I normally go like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
What are you watching?
Alita Battle Angel.
What's your?
Pretty good.
Are you excited for that?
I am. Yeah, it looks pretty.
I think
fun.
it looks interesting.
Looks fun. And then I think in 2 weeks is Captain Marvel at IMAX.
Is that in 2 weeks? Oh my. Okay.
Very excited.
So the people that asked the following questions who could not respond back to me and answer: is Tetris 99 better or worse than Tetris Effect? Oh,
I think they're very different.
Oh my, they are.
Yeah, Tetris Effect is more like a effect-heavy, surreal bombardment on your senses.
Yeah.
With great Tetris. Tetris 99 is a stressful battle royale Tetris, so it's way more competitive. Way more stressful, so I think they're different, but they're both Tetris at the end of the day. Yeah, very fun. Tetris 99 is awesome.
I still need to play it.
So good.
Oh man, is there a game franchise, no matter how small or short-lived it was, would you like to be brought back? For me, it's Commander Keen 1+4 and 13. I would love to see Warcraft 4. Like, I know that franchise isn't dead, obviously, because World of Warcraft.
They're remaking 3.
They're remaking 3. I'm like, that's cool. I just want more RTS Warcraft. Like, a modern... I mean, Warcraft 3 spawned so many awesome spin-offs and mods, one of which was obviously Dota. I just want Warcraft 4, man. Like, StarCraft 2... What StarCraft 2 did to original StarCraft, I want that to happen to Warcraft 3. Just a modern-day... cool, we've got this new tech, these new, like, we've learned a lot. Gaming is in this state today. Here are some cool new mechanics, that sort of thing. I don't know. That's one that comes to mind. And a Final Fantasy VI remake, please. Thank you.
No.
How dare you?
I would say Splinter Cell, but I'm almost convinced that we're going to get a new Splinter Cell announced this year.
Splinter Cell? Time Splitters.
The thing I'd say is Prince of Persia.
Ooh,
like,
interesting.
I know that Assassin's Creed is basically Prince of Persia in a much better open world setting, but like there was that rebooted Prince of Persia that had that like really colorful, like artistic look to it. Man, why did that only get one game? Like that,
I don't know,
that thing was awesome, and I loved it, and I wish we got more.
It was a good trilogy.
No, it was one game.
Wait.
That was the reboot one.
When
Every franchise under the sun was getting rebooted.
Yeah,
and it had that like cell shaded. Really, it was really cool.
so much of good.
I wish we got more of that.
Love that, man. Music. Do you guys still look forward to new albums, or are you strictly a hit singles person? I'm looking forward to the new Chemical Brothers album releasing in early April.
I'm not super tuned into music. I only really know bands that I follow, and then I'll listen to new albums that they release, like a new Foo Fighters one or a new Disturbed one and stuff like that.
Spotify just leads me down a rabbit hole.
That's also true, yeah. Spotify is very easy to just like...
yeah, and to be honest, I very seldom think like, oh my God, that band is releasing a new album. It's more, I'm listening to Spotify like, this is a cool song. Oh,
it's new.
This band's released a new album.
Yeah, that's essentially how I come across them as well.
And I inevitably listen to a lot of gaming soundtracks, so I'm more on like, cool, Hollow Knight's getting a sequel. I can't wait for that soundtrack because, you know, that's, I suppose if you look at it that way, I'm excited for that album. It's for normal music. Spotify, man. I mean,
yeah, I'm with you on the
future.
soundtrack things. Like, I prefer them when I'm working, so I listen to a lot of them.
Yeah, some good gaming soundtracks.
Lately, I've been listening to Still Fury soundtrack. Really good.
How good! You have to play that
It's so
game.
good. They announced a new game as well.
Yeah, did you sent me a trailer, I think.
Yeah, I can't
you
remember
told
what
me.
it's called now.
But it's really just a teaser. I don't know what the game is.
Yeah, just a teaser.
But if you like the soundtrack to Fury, you have to play the game because it's
that soundtrack
it's you
unbelievable.
fighting bosses to that soundtrack. So it's
that
great.
one and a good classic of mine never gets old is Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack. So good.
I need to listen to that.
So good. That's a series I'd want to come back. Jet Set Radio.
Oh no.
Oh, Jet Set Radio is my jam, man. Love it.
Since both of you are Portuguese, what is your tolerance of hot spicy foods, especially peri peri?
This is a fallacy. Let me just say this much. Not all Portuguese people can take hot food.
What lies?
This is a real fallacy. Like, I don't understand where it comes from, but
Because we invented peri peri apparently.
no, we did. I can take decent, like medium. Mild.
Yeah.
I don't torture myself.
I can tolerate hot, but it's more
Like on the Nando scale, what do you get?
yeah. I can.
Mild.
I'll do mild or medium.
Yeah. Mild and medium, there's the same thing. Yeah.
I can do hot, but it's more like I won't cry, but I just
not
can't taste my
pleasant.
food.
Yeah.
You know?
Hot is
Whereas
not a good time
medium's
for
like
me.
the nice balance of there's a bit of burn, but it makes it so good. Now I'm hungry.
I had muchachas last night, and I find their scale fucked. Because sometimes I'll get hot and it'll have no spice.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I got extra hot. So I'm like, I can't eat this.
Did you die?
Yeah. So
Like I'm actually dead now.
yeah, their scales are broken. But double chicken jalapeno cheeseburger, so good.
Where's that from? Oh, from a
Muchachas.
church. Oh my.
So good.
Double
so
chicken jalapeno cheeseburger.
Good. Yeah, it's a jalapeno chicken cheeseburger. It's really good. It's really
There's a
fucking good.
we often get muchachas at work, so
Yeah, muchachas is a good sound.
I might need to message you to remind me what that is because
That
I'll forget.
That burger is so good. But yeah, peri peri, I'm fine. My mom can handle a lot of tolerance. My dad can't anymore.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so
My mom is like an outlier where you think she's this little lady who won't tolerate anything. She pumps like extra hot and it's nothing to her.
Yes,
I'm like,
it's-
"Ooh, okay, calm down.
jeez.
She's like,
No, I don't like being in pain when I eat my food. So
yeah,
like
no,
I find
likewise.
that like I love the zinger from like KFC, but that zinger
Dunked
sauce is too
wings.
much. That zinger sauce
Dunked
is
wings,
way
man.
too hot. Oh, dunked wings. Oh yeah,
So
dunked wings
good.
for life.
Yeah.
There's that
okay.
chutney burger there now. It's a weird time.
Chutney burger.
Chutney with peppers.
What a time to be alive. How many dogs does Alessandro actually have? Does he have a large property to keep them all? Perhaps he could send some to you due to you living near the insect paradise Bush Forest Grove. Wow.
Oh, you can answer this. I have 13 dogs. Like, no
Mm.
jokes, 100%. That is the figure.
13 dogs. I've got 2 cats and 2 dogs, so I don't think we have space for more. And 5 rain spiders, I'm sure, who watch me sleep at
Your
night.
2 dogs are so cute, though.
One's so naughty. Oh my god. The little Airedale, Martha. Don't let the name mislead you.
That's such a pleasant
She's
name.
naughty. Magnificent Martha.
Yeah, you can't hurt Martha. Batman's going to come for you.
What is her name? Martha.
Martha, what's your dog's name? Why'd you say that name?
Why did you bluff?
Yeah, what did you?
Is it better to play Hitman 1 levels in Hitman 2 or simply play it all in Hitman 1?
Play them in Hitman 2.
Yeah, I think
100%. No, and there's like a justified reason for this. The levels have the new mechanics from Hitman 2 put into them.
okay.
So stuff like NPCs being able to see your reflections in mirrors is in Hitman 1 now.
Yeah.
And the better controls and 100% play it in Hitman 2. It is. It makes those levels better.
Yeah.
And they were good to start off with. So yeah.
And final question: have you guys had any issues with store launches such as Origin, Epic, Steam, Bethesda? Yes. I think it's
not recently.
No, not lately, but I've had shit over the years, man.
Yeah.
It's just inexplicable, weird things.
I like for all the shit that the Epic Game Store is having, I'm having a great time with it.
I haven't had any issues with that one.
I bought Supergiant's game Hades at launch, and then they reduced the price on it like 2 months later, and they refunded me.
Yeah, you remember saying.
I'm like, what?
Like,
okay,
no,
cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I got it back. Like, not even like a store refund or like fucking Steam credit or whatever. Like into my bank account. Like,
she's
refund.
like, that's incredible.
It's like, okay, cool.
I mean, and people give Origin a lot of shit. So, what I will say about Origin, it still confuses me. I've got it downloaded now because of Apex again, and I haven't used it for ever. The UI is weird. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, the UI is strange.
I spent a good 1 minute trying to find my game. Like, I can't. There it is. Yeah, but no,
it's not great. But it works.
It works. Yeah,
it's got like support for cloud saves and like for. The one thing I wish all these clients would get that Steam does very well is Steam makes it very easy to back up and restore games.
Oh, it's so easy, yeah.
And like on Origin, it's like you've got to paste the game files in this folder, then go into the client and say, find my game, and then find it. And like Epic's is even more confusing. It's like you have to start the download for the game. It then creates a folder. You then delete everything in that folder, put the files in the game, and then reopen Epic, and then it will try verify those files. Like Steam is just really cool. It's like, hey, you want to back these up? Cool.
Done.
You want to restore
fam.
these? Fucking done. Like
done, fam.
Yeah, those are things that I think other clients could learn from. Because that's the stuff I do a lot. Like I'm moving stuff between PCs a lot. So
damn. That's it. That's all the questions, man.
Thanks for the questions, Migs.
There's a lot
the rest
of questions.
of you, I'm disappointed in all of you. Send us questions.
Send us questions.
Send us whatever questions.
And we're in town.
Ask us
just
what muchachos meal we like.
Ooh, that double chicken jalapeno cheese thingy.
So good. We still got a survey up. If you would take 2 minutes from your day and answer that, it would help us a lot.
Not even 2 minutes. It's so quick.
What's very interesting is that out of all the people that have responded, not one person owns an Xbox One.
But most of our audience is in South Africa as one.
Mm-hmm. Someone in the Netherlands. That's pretty cool.
Shout out to our listener in the Netherlands.
Shout out. We should come visit.
Send us a question.
We should do a meet and greet for our one family.
Meet and greet in Amsterdam.
Yeah, fucking A. Done.
Doing a Patreon Kickstarter for this.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We just need $10,000.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, that's been episode 43 of Checkpoint Chat. We're racing in on 50. Very exciting stuff.
Getting there.
And we'll see you next week.
Weddings are still 4 weeks today.
Yeah, we're going to have to discuss.
Record at the wedding.
Yeah, record at the wedding. The best man speech will actually be a Checkpoint Chat episode.
Oh, nice. So my brother's going to be...
Yeah, your brother will be guesting on there. Lenska will be on there. We'll get her parents on there.
She'll be on me like, why are we podcasting now?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? I like that attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?
We'll get nice lavalier mics so we put them on our coats so no one sees them.
Matty's saying I do right now.
Yeah, I'll just live stream the actual wedding.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Cool.
We could do that.
Okay, I'm out.
While I'm playing Bloodborne.
Ooh, yes, multitasking.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Okay, bye.